The third type of tissue we will find within our organs is your muscle tissue. Muscle tissue is specialized for contraction, so it will expand and then rebound back to its original size. There are three different types of muscle that we will look at. We will look at the skeletal muscle, which is the muscle you're most aware of, that makes up your bicep brachii and your triceps brachii, and what you think of muscles. Things you want to look at with this is that these are going to be long tubular slides. They're going to have striations. That's a fancy word for stripes that go across the cell and down, so you have this banding pattern. You can see it up much closer here. And they will have long, thin nuclei pushed to the outside. The second type of muscle we'll have is cardiac. Cardiac is found only in the heart. Now this will also have the banding pattern, but it's going to have only single nuclei, whereas your skeletal muscle, this is one long cell, and it will have multiple nuclei associated with it. And the cardiac is going to actually be branched, so it's sort of like a Y-shaped structure with the nucleus in the middle and the striations. And where two cells come together, it looks like it's actually got a very thick band here. It looks like it's sewn together. This is called an intercalated disc. And then the third type of muscle we will find is your smooth muscle. Smooth muscle does not have striations. This is going to be found inside your organs. And whereas you have control over your skeletal muscle, it's voluntary muscle, the cardiac and the smooth are both involuntary. You cannot control them or decide when you want them to contract or release. So these are the slides that we have to look at. Our first slide is our skeletal muscle. And the skeletal muscle, these are the long, thin skeletal muscles. Fibers, each one is a single fiber, a single cell with multiple nuclei in it. And if you look carefully, you can see some striations along in this branded area here. The next slide we'll look at will be our cardiac muscle. Now this is also going to be the striated cells and with a single nuclei in it. And you can see all the dark lines here, which are the intercalated discs, where the cells are kind of sewn together. You really want to look for those to give away the cardiac muscle. And then the last type of muscle we have is smooth muscle. Now your smooth muscle is going to be found lying in organs, so we're looking down here at this layer of smooth muscle. It is somewhat nondescript. It looks similar to, or can get confused with, stratified squamous epithelial, but if you note on this magnification here, you see no free space, so that should not confuse you because there is no free space involved in that. The last type of tissue we have is your nervous tissue. Now your nervous tissue is going to be what your nervous system is made up of. We are only going to look at one type of nervous tissue today, and it's going to look similar to this. Now your neuron structure, which are the cells of the nervous system that conduct the electrical impulse, have a fairly large body with many extensions coming off the body. Some of the extensions will be dendrites, some will make up the axon. And then you will also have surrounding, and this is the cell body, you can see the nucleus very nicely. Surrounding it, you will see a number of little dots. These are little neuroglial cells. These are the support cells of the nervous system, and they will work to support the neuron. Okay. This is the last slide, the slide of our nervous system. You can see the blue neuroglial cells are tiny. The cell body, which is blue with extensions coming off it. And all you have to be able to identify there is that it is a nerve cell or nerve tissue. Okay, so again, the nervous tissue with the nerve cell bodies, and they will have extensions coming off them, and the tiny little neuroglial cells.